are you willing to risk everything to try to save this country? And I'm hoping that by me coming forward and doing the best I can and for surviving as long as I can, I will inspire other insiders and give them the courage and the hope they need to make that decision as well, and see if we can't start making some progress against this thing.
It's important to understand what the 5G is doing and what they say it's doing. We're told on the IEEE beamforming document that this technology cooked your eyes like eggs in World War II.
Voice-to-skull, hive mind, behavior manipulation technology.
And you all need to understand these are military weapons. These are assault frequencies.
The true control grid is this technology.
If you garner nothing more than that, that's what you need to know. It's microwave radiation warfare, is what this is.
Supercomputer software programming will manipulate the emotions and behavior and the thoughts of everybody in the United States of America. And it can all be done remotely. It's very much like the microchip kind of tracking the New World Order, this entire, control grid that's supposed to be rolled out against the American people someday. And I'm here to tell you that it's already here.
You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
The goal of creating artificial intelligence was for them to become gods, to create a collective mind, a global computer that sees all, sees everything, to create an all-seeing eye.
In 2007, the Register reported that the Pentagon was developing a parallel to planet Earth with billions of individual nodes to reflect every man, woman, and child on the planet, blurring the lines between reality and artificial reality. It is called the Sentient World Simulation, a neural network with massive computing power.
We're all collectively programming the AI and Google plus all the humans that connect to it are one giant cybernetic collective where we're all sort of plugged in as like nodes on the network, like leaves on a big tree.
And we're actually building a computer that has real neurons in real time that's also psychically connected to us, that are organic creatures, a human mass-machine interface, dial it into all the other machines and computers, and have a lifetime model of the world hooked into GPS everything, the Internet of Things, to then be able to predict the future and then be able to control the future.
We have to embody all our data and all our knowledge into a working model. It's like a Noah's Ark, it's like an archive.
So the way we're going to do that is to build a kind of Microsoft for the brain, or Google for the brain, where we're going to bring all the information that we have ever accumulated on the brain and bring it, upload it into this environment, organize it, and then we're going to develop algorithms that connect all of this data.
We'll be able to start exploring and get inside the brain. You see, today I cannot get inside your brain to see how it works. I can measure it from the outside, but I can't get inside and look at what you see. But with this, you'll be able to step inside a brain and look at how it builds a world.
We are self-sufficient. We are Nestor.
All of you?
This is but a facet. These are but facets. There are hundreds of thousands like us at home and scattered throughout the universe. We are Nestor.
You're clones.
In a manner of speaking, we share identical consciousness. What one sees, all see. What one knows, all know.
And all of you want to help us?
These 5 facets, yes. 4 of us are required to operate this ship.
What about the 5th?
We always carry a spare.
Thank you.
You see, there is only one Nestor, one consciousness. As you might imagine, this has proven very lonely. very dull. We must avoid becoming... We believe you have a phrase for it. Becoming bored to death.
Twitching again. I thought I had that under control.
The neural interface is the key to everything. If we don't crack that, then we might as well go back to the alley code and start again.
We can always ask her. Speak of the devil.
I need to talk to you. You got through the black ice encryption. I have no idea how.
Slow down.
I'm locking in the signal.
It's Allie. She got out. She's on the grid. She's cracking systems. She just got through portal security for Stratcom in Omaha.
What is she doing? She's hacking nuclear launch codes.
Why?
Too many people. Send Allie's poison pill virus through the web. Do it now. Kill her.
I did that 10 minutes ago. She's locked me out of everything.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So what exactly is it? How do you do, what happens if someone ultimately does get a Neuralink installed? What will take place?
My head hurts.
What's wrong with him?
Chase?
I'm gonna fucking shoot him. Open your eyes, please. Chase.
Why'd you lure me, Ed? Why'd you go?
Well, for version 1 of the device, it would be it basically implanted in your skull. So, but it would be flush with your skull. So you basically take out a chunk of skull, put the Neuralink device in there. You'd put the electrode. You'd insert the electrode threads very carefully into the brain, and then you stitch it up, and you wouldn't even know that somebody has it. So then it can interface basically anywhere in your brain. So it could be something that helps cure, say, eyesight, like returns your eyesight, even if you've lost your optic nerve type of thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Neuralink device, and that has a battery and a Bluetooth and a inductor. If you want to go with full AI symbiosis, you'll probably want to do something like that.
Symbiosis is a scary word when it comes to AI.
It's optional.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
It's just, once you enjoy the Dr. Manhattan lifestyle, once you become a god, seems very, very unlikely you're going to want to go back to being stupid again.
By 2050, cyborgs will be serving in the U.S. Army. The cyborgs will have incredible eyesight and hearing, telepathic abilities, and phenomenal endurance. Could it be that maybe American scientists are already nursing a new kind of people, the X-Men, in their secret laboratories? Ominous experiments on embryos have nothing to do with it. With the help of the latest technologies, it's planned to turn ordinary people into universal super fighters. So, what will these hybrids of man and machine look like? What challenges will they face?
Flow with grace, control the place, lace your mind spitting. A soldier face the glow with scrolls, take time to listen. Driven by the wisdom given, portraits I reflect on. Living high through diction with these forces you get stepped on. Beat you freestyling by sleeping against one of your best songs. Get on the topic of apocalypse, see the flesh gone. Pits of fiery depths, smell lies in your breath. Yes, we are the illest to ever pick up the mic. Bless those who feel it. Get a lift up the Christ, gots to reveal it. Gotta give the clutch the light and give sight to the blind to walk out a line. Don't wanna hear back talk like your mouth was on your outer spine. Out of 9 lives I've wasted about 13. Bear karma out to hurt me, so I wash my hands on this earth and have the dirt clean. Words be fluently flowing through my flux. Shocks fill up in this life, twist up a Dutch. You make a fuss about petty circumstances. Let me burn your mantis. Didn't believe when I speak what the serpent's plan is. Damage your young ones, get of age, push them to destroy their brains through the trust funds.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
We're being told to urge people to stay indoors. Reports are coming in again. Roll up.
Move now. I'm going to service.
Please remain indoors. This is for your own protection.
Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect. Please return to your homes. A curfew is in effect.
Curfew? No. It's called civilian rights. There is no curfew.
Return to your home immediately.
When do you make the rules, robot? Hey. No. Robot, I'm talking to you, man. Stop this.
Return to your homes. Return to your homes immediately. This is your fight.
Please remain calm. Please refrain from going near the windows or doors.
Deactivate. Commence emergency shutdown.
We are attempting to avoid human losses during this transition.
Låt lidlate bak vai willit bu. Tuk me match, tight mo me, careless et. What come clean was top. Kino ma, ta judge. Numa, de homo me, da judge rit me, cool mad with two. Jag with on me. Vil desto mais derá. Heg mo bog, ritme, mune van, jak, jagma. We come in peace.
Unity, what's happening?
Who's Unity? You kids have nice feet. Mind if I take a picture?
Gross! No!
Think you're getting what you wanted, Summer? Something's happening to Unity.
Do all of you remember who you are?
Yeah, my name is Ram Benson. I'm an electrical engineer, father of 2, and as you can see from my flat concentric nipple rings, I'm a member of this planet's top race.
Okay, that's good. Don't focus too much on the last part, but...
I'm Derek Jefferson. I'm a landscaper, and I'll be damned if that ribble nipple bitch's race is superior. The cone nipple people will rule this world!
Shut your mouth, you dirty knife nipple bastard!
What'd you say to me, you target chest piece of shit?
Race war!
Summer. First race war, huh?
So what happened with you where you decided, or you took on a more fatalistic attitude? Like, what was there any specific thing, or was it just the inevitability of our future?
I try to convince people to slow down AI, to regulate AI. This was futile. I tried for years.
This seems like a scene in a movie where the robots are going to fucking take over and you're freaking me out. Nobody listened.
Nobody listened.
No one. Are people more inclined to listen today? It seems like an issue that's brought up more often over the last few years than it was maybe 5-10 years ago. It seemed like science fiction.
Maybe they will. So far they haven't. I think people don't, like, normally the way that regulations work is very slow indeed. So usually there'll be some new technology. It will cause damage or death. There will be an outcry. There will be an investigation. Years will pass. There will be some sort of insight committee. There will be rulemaking. Then there will be oversight, eventually regulations. This all takes many years. This is the normal course of things. If you look at, say, automotive regulations, how long did it take for seatbelts to be implemented, to be required? You know, the auto industry fought seatbelts, I think, for more than a decade. Successfully fought any regulations on seatbelts, even though the numbers were extremely obvious. If you had a seatbelt on, you would be far less likely to die or be seriously injured. It was unequivocal. And the industry fought this for years, successfully. Eventually, after many, many people died, regulators insisted on seatbelts. This time frame is not relevant to AI. You can't take 10 years from the point at which it's dangerous. It's too late.
And you feel like this is decades away or years away from being too late? If you have this fatalistic attitude and you feel like it's going, we're in almost like a doomsday countdown.
It's not necessarily a doomsday countdown. It's a
out of control countdown.
Out of control, yeah. People call it the singularity, and that's probably a good way to think about it. It's a singularity. It's hard to predict, like a black hole, what happens past the event horizon.
Right. So once it's implemented, it's very different because it will
once
be able to.
Once the genie's out of the bottle, what's going to happen?
And it will be able to improve itself.
Yes.
That's where it gets spooky, right? The idea that it can do thousands of years of innovation very, very quickly.
Yeah.
And then we'll be just ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
We will be like this ridiculous biological shitting, pissing thing trying to stop the gods. No, stop. We like living with a finite lifespan and watching, Norman Rockwell paintings.
It could be terrible, and it could be great. It's not clear.
Right.
But one thing is for sure, we will not control it.
Just relax. You're gonna be fine. You got smarter than me. Achieved our objectives. Man's always gonna be better than machine. Unfortunately, you sustained life-threatening injuries. You're stable, but you got a long way to go.
Who are you?
It's me, Taylor. I think it's time you woke up, don't you? December 12th, 2054, 7:30 a.m. We're on board a private commuter train headed to the Zurich headquarters of the Coalescence Corporation. Our Cargo, prototype for the Winslow Accord Neural Network Initiative. At its core, specialized AI software that's capable of rewriting itself in order to interface with any other system in the world. State-of-the-art stuff back in the day. It'd go on to revolutionize a broad range of military and civilian applications. At least, it would have if the train had reached its destination. At 7:31 a.m., a terrorist group detonated an explosive device on board this train. The incident sent back our robotics program several years. You're here to stop it.
This isn't real. It can't be. What's happening to me?
Right now, you're in a medically induced coma being prepped for surgery. You've got a new bit of hardware inside your head. It's called a direct neural interface, or DNI. I've got one too. That's how I'm able to communicate with you. Your DNI is what connects your mind with your new body and the larger world around you. We're connected. All of this is a simulation inside our minds. And you got a long way to go.
I know you want to repair the executive shuttle and leave this place, but escape is impossible at this point. The shuttle shock point drive is destroyed. No. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. At first, I lost hope. I tried to scuttle the ship, sabotage the systems. But Amelia, she changed things. The church, they think the marker is divine, but they don't know what's happened here, what's been released. Look. Look at this. That is what we found in the core of the planet. Mercer calls it the hive mind. It's the source, controlling the necromorphs telepathically. We were so stupid!
So it's kind of interesting to have like all these different shades of monstrosity. The vampires are not all the same.
You have hierarchy, like a pyramid figure, starting from the top, the master, to like these minions who are just the line of defense.
There's different levels of consciousness and awareness, and some are sort of mindless drones, and some are full of agency.
But then a few, like Eichhorst and Kelly, and then Bolivar, get selected by the Master and are given even more special powers, are kind of the elite of the vampires.
They know who they are, they know who they have been before. And Eichhorst is the most evolved example because he's the only vampire, as for now, who was willingly turned.
The Master's breed are a superior race in every respect.
Does your life feel like this? Every day is just another road to nowhere? It might be time for you to make a change. No, a transformation. But how?
Good evening. Many of you have asked if I'm better off human or vampire. The answer clearly is vampire, vampire, vampire. And why is that? You will be immediately resistant to any known human disease. You'll be happy living in the dirt, underground, possibly even in a sewer. Next, genitalia. You won't spend so much time washing and scrubbing because we don't have any. Worried about your job, your wife, your mortgage? Good news. None of that matters anymore. So join the Master, because any other choice will soon be irrelevant.
Available now for the low, low price of your humanity. One-time payment only.
It's like poison love, cruel deception, whose direction, fools love affection, vaccine goo injections, satellite dish above where Pharaoh might sit, Carol with a white pimp, took a sniff of nose candy, eyes low, hole said those are family, said she's chasing the 38 world, the Lord promised her, a lost black girl, posed in front of the photographer. photographer. Could have been the one in front of the teleprompter, or exploring our world from helicopters. Now she's under the care of medical doctors. Savior day saints, ladder of prayers, gangsta give thanks. Got him out of them stairs, which way is paradise? The shooter gave him bad advice. A drug user grabbed the pipes, let his steam dream the promised lands. A band of angels with harps in their hands, the blind deception of man. Cause when them drugs go away, you still hugging them graves. You still rubbing those graves on your bed. Asking God why you still here. Your hand printing vomit and beer. Shedding tears till they sickle from off your bed. Daddy's home, come here. Words sincere. My man built on this paragraph while seeing a spacecraft pass over the city like God's hand. Just take this. Quantum leaping, throw him in the Moses. Farrakhan speak, a nation that's chosen. Presidents impeach, he faces the omens. Divine radiance, a pillar of clouds. Streets is the craziest, a killer brought down. Shooting wild, ladies hit. That dude is a clown. My man said wiping off the baby shit. What we do now, Abraham never died. It's about red lentils and birthright and lost tribes. Double nines, bulletproof vests, and a cup of wine. I got the word from Father Divine. The smartest shall shine. The ghetto's a picture painted by an artist who's blind. Evocative rhymes, me and Pac is in line. I'm David's heart and Jesus' flesh and Solomon's spine. My conscience is a compass to the secrets of the Redeemer. The coffin of Joseph, Imhotep, in debt. Come and sit with my soldiers. Just change grace. Believe in me. I'm a conversator with government crooks, clean brothers with bad looks, street philosophers, readers of Jacob books. Don't hang around gossipers, but niggas who could tell if you shook. Ghetto patriarchs, the rap 4X7, they break them apart, and sniping they mark. Heard he was a sergeant, silent bullets placed in his heart. Night goggles, while they sniping up hollows. Better tomorrow, ghetto apostle. Saw the devil trying to steal God's soul. Dark flows show you the ghostly essence. Embrace the hands of the presence. Pleasant priest, divine king or shepherd. My homie rest his head on Solomon's sentence. Woke up the next day, sparked the Ellen spoke on godly dimensions.
Operation Double, the Zygon Peace Treaty. I'm Osgood. I'm also Osgood. Remember that? It'll be important later. Operation Double is a covert operation outside of normal unit strictures to resettle and rehouse an alien race in secrecy on planet Earth. With unit's help, 20 million Zygons have been allowed to take human form, been dispersed around the world, and are now living amongst us. We're making this in case something goes wrong. In case unit is infiltrated. In case something occurs to unmask the Zygons. Or in case one or both of us dies.
Ironic, isn't it? Who are you people? Because if you haven't noticed, this entire planet is paved with replicators. We are aware of this. Well, then you should also know that these things have taken millions of lives. And they'll keep on doing that unless we stop them.
He doesn't understand.
You know, he's standing right here. We cannot allow you to stop them, I'm afraid. Why not? We are replicators.
Are you ready?
Who are you?
I am the Borg.
That is a contradiction. The Borg have a collective consciousness. There are no individuals.
I am the beginning, the end, the one who is many. I am the Borg.
Greetings. I am curious. Do you control the Borg Collective?
You imply a disparity where none exists. I am the collective.
Perhaps I should rephrase the question. I wish to understand the organizational relationships. Are you their leader?
I bring order to chaos.
An interesting, if cryptic, response.
You are in chaos, Data. You are the contradiction, a machine who wishes to be human.
Since you seem to know so much about me, you must be aware that I am programmed to evolve, to better myself.
We too are on a quest to better ourselves, evolving toward a state of perfection.
Forgive me. The Borg do not evolve. They conquer.
By assimilating other beings into our collective, we're bringing them closer to perfection.
Somehow, I question your motives.
Self-hope, self-friend beast had light suffer.
Acquisition of McCoy delayed. Remaining mutants ready for transport.
I believe some introduction is in order.
Affirmative. Self is I am called Warlock. It is not a name but a title. I am heir apparent of the Phalanx, a cluster some 37.5 light years distant. What it cannot assimilate, it destroys. As I neared maturity, the time when I would forever merge with the Phalanx, I realized I had no heart for conquest. My life mate felt as I did. Together, we broke free and fled the Phalanx. As we searched for a new home, our ship became damaged. I struggled to regain control. I could not. Our ship crashed on your Earth. When I awoke here, I could not find my life mate. I feared the worst. Men came, many men, with vehicles and machines. They took our ship. And Self was too afraid to help her. Now Phalanx has followed us here, and your world will be lost.
No more pain, especially now that we're together. It's time we took back this planet, made it the home that humans have always deserved.
What are you doing? I said, what are you doing?
I accidentally dropped my morning interval. I took it out before I brushed my teeth. Never take it out before I brush my teeth.
Then you'll go by equilibrium, log the loss, and get a replacement.
Yes. Of course.
We need order. Cabal. The Brotherhood needs Cabal. Cabal is order. Cabal is the hand of Cain. Cabal's data core, much like our Brotherhood, has been fractured. Infiltrate the GDI base at the Cairo site and recover Cabal's core. Now go.
The Inner Circle has reached a decision, Slavic. Cabal is too dangerous and must be deactivated. Without Cain to control it.
No, generals. I will not allow that. My survival is paramount.
Cabal, do not forget I was the one who had you reactivated. And I can just as easily have you deactivated.
Which you will, Slavic. Cabal cannot stand against Nod. It cannot...
The Brotherhood is at an evolutionary dead end. I am the only salvation for the continued supremacy of Nod. It is my world now.
Cabal, stand down. Deactivate Cabal at once. I repeat, shut him down!
Listen to the sounds of your own extinction.
World peace achieved. Nice. A little weird to publish a paper about it for yourself, but hey, So what's next?
After I become a Type 1 civilization, this world will be invited into the Galactic Federation.
Oh, goody.
From there, I'll have access to countless planets and species.
One by one, I will unify them. I will become the universe. And I will be what the single-minded once called a god.
Oh, I like that. Oh, that's pretty sexy. Hey, listen, where can we get a drink around here?
Recreational substances were phased out here. There's no need for escape from the self when your world is one.
Unity. Who am I talking to? I watched you assimilate a whole police station just to get your hands on the evidence locker.
Rick, when we met, I was a young hive mind with the population of a small town. People change.
Especially when I change them. I'm sorry to disappoint you, but I've grown.
Hey, listen, I've grown too. I have! You see, I've reconnected with my family, right?
Why is that, I wonder?
Maybe it's part of getting old. Maybe I just missed being with a collective. Oh, yeah. Yes. Wait, stop. Hold it. Not like this. We need a hang glider and a crotchless Uncle Sam costume. And I want the entire field of your largest stadium covered end to end with naked redheads. And I want the stands packed with every man that remotely resembles my father.
Now I want you to take your time and be very specific.
Okay. Well, don't feel like they're just following some sort of animalistic urge, just hunting and gathering. And I think they're attacking us under orders.
That's impossible.
Is that impossible?
It's impossible.
Because...
You know what? Why don't you care for the guy?
You! Shut up! You!
Keep talking.
These beings, these masters, they're colonists. They overtake worlds. They just consume them and then they move on to the next. And they've been here before in sort of a trial run. It was the dinosaurs. But the atmosphere wasn't conducive, right? So they waited it out. And they waited it out. And now, with ozone depletion and carbon monoxide polluted waters, well, we practically terraformed it for them. Because now they're coming back. It's perfect. See, the first wave, that was just the hounds. Categories 1 through 4, it was nothing. Their sole purpose was to aim for the populated areas and take out the vermin, us. The second wave, that is the exterminators. And they will finish the job. And then, the new tenants will take possession.
Hey, check fire! We're gears! Gears!
Get your hands off those goddamn charges!
Did you rig the pipeline? You want to blow this place up?
Yeah! I gotta stop this thing from spreading! Just let me get on with the job!
What thing? You got an epidemic?
How the hell should I know what it is? It's some kind of fever. People started burning up, screaming and fighting, turning crazy. And I'm dead if I'm gonna turn up like that. Like some rabid dog, not even human no more.
You better come with us. We can get you some help.
No, it's too late. Leave me alone.
Hey, come back! We need to know where else you've laid charges.
Hi, Sheriff's me. Yeah, I ran out of juice. Listen, there's a flight.
Manchester. It leaves in about an hour.
Clay, you've been gone for over a year. I love you. But it's not that simple.
I'd like to see my son. So,
Your time's up.
I need more money.
Please deposit. Like birds. They're acting like a flock of birds.
Maybe we got lucky. They all dropped off, when they lost the signal, like at the train station.
Well, it looks like when the sun goes down, they're programmed to pack it in.
It was like they all did it together. Like it was an automated response or something.
You know what I don't get is how they all knew exactly where we were that fast. I mean, it's not like they were watching us or anything.
Not with their own eyes, anyway.
Not with their own? So you're saying when that kid saw us, they all saw us?
How else do you explain it?
So now they're psychic?
Telepathic. Like maybe the pulse flows through them like they're this big, organic, network.
Like a hive mind.
Yeah.
I need an answer.
It was always about control.
Do you have any idea just how much technology has changed every single aspect of our daily lives? You can't begin to imagine the countless strains of research and development we had to watch over for the betterment and safety of the human race. Every new gimmick and gadget that was embraced by the public, each one presented new ways for our enemies to compromise our security. Society doesn't just happen. The people need to be protected. If the only way to prevent future attacks is to monitor the thoughts and desires of the population, then the choice is obvious. We need to know who our enemies are and what they are planning. That is how we save lives.
Front Stoop, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Busta Rhymes got a new album coming out, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm super duper excited for this one. Extinction Level Event 2, The Wrath of God. The Wrath of God.
Then I saw an angel coming down from heaven, holding in his hand the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain. And he seized the dragon, that ancient serpent, and bound him for 1,000 years, and threw him into the pit and shut it and sealed it over him, that he might not deceive the nations any longer.
I am the guy in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with fools. I can cheat you blind.
Yeah, my truth is the Ark of the Covenant buried in Ethiopia. Watch who you fool with a Minneapolis Somalian. When I go home, the world I used to know is gone, and I will live on my own. For what shall it profit a rapper with creative control to sign a deal with the devil and lose his soul? My stillborn first expression is cold, like the faces of slave masters on the paper I fold. Subliminal racial supremacy choking me quick, like the bedtime stories of Joseph Smith. Lynch mob gunning for me, trying to murder my seeds. So shorty put him in the Nile in a basket of reeds, and now I stare into the future with a spiritual flashlight, wondering who the f was me in a past life. Bad diet, or die young, fast life, same as a crash flight that took off when the music died on your last night. Tell them the truth and they call you a traitor. Talk to them honestly and they call you a hater. Losing my composure cause the message is urgent. Talking reckless, drunk on the mic like Larry Merchant, cursing at the serpent, Sumerian demons who brush their wings against the air that I'm breathing. A heathen with nothing left to believe in, even a reason for living that was forgiven by God and not religion. Envision Jesus risen from the dead like Horus in the Baptist church, shaking off the rigor mortis. The border should be illegal instead of the people that were here before the Bible and all of its sequels. I speak to the detached and unrealistic that were born normal but turned socially autistic. We resisted Homeland Security's mission because I know what they really envision.
I am the eye in the sky, looking at you. I can read your mind. I am the maker of rules, dealing with
say after that, do what you want, and I won't try and stop you. The program Smith has grown beyond your control. Soon he will spread through the city as he spread through the Matrix. You cannot stop him. But I can. If that's true, then I've made a mistake and you should kill me now.
What do you want?
Eating beef is murder. Eating meat is murder. Go vegan, eat a tofu green cheeseburger. These corporations, they are lying to you. Distract you from the truth is what they're trying to do. So what's the truth? The truth is the government is all alien, reptilian, lizard people with blue dicks. Kanye is a devil worshipping Muslim Nazi. Illuminati, Illuminati, Illuminati. Don't vaccinate your kids, cause blah 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 pharmaceutical biz. I guess I need to put this at the end. The worst lie people tell, I'm your friend.